Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Chin Fall Edition. I'm Nick Chin, and today I'll be making for you shepherd's pie. This is going to be very nostalgic. It's going to make at least a minimum of 8 servings. It's going to take about an hour and 15 minutes. The recipe and ingredients are all listed below, so let's get cooking. Hey, thanks for coming into the kitchen real quick. We're going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees first. Next, we're going to start peeling our potatoes and then cutting them. Grab your veggie peeler and start peeling. Get all that skin off. You want these nice and creamy. Perfect, and now that it's all peeled, I'm going to start cutting it. Again, potatoes are a bit oblong, so you just want to make sure that you kind of get around the same size. Cut the potato widthwise, just so then you have a flat surface to cut on. I've said this before, and always create this the flat side on the cutting board so you do not hurt yourself. Cut it a few times, lengthwise, and then just in 1-inch cubes. And just like that, you'll have those potatoes ready to go right into the pot of water. Now that we have the potatoes all cut and ready to be boiled, I'm going to add them into the pot here. Alright, now we're going to fill this with water. We're going to cover it in water. Bring it over to your sink. And then we're going to bring the pot back onto the stove. Salt vigorously. So grab your salt. Have a nice big scoop with your finger. Let's cover this now and turn it on to medium-high heat. Now that we have the potatoes in the pot, they're going to start warming up, they're going to start boiling. It'll take about 16 to 18 minutes. So let's go into the prep area right now. We'll do our carrots and onions. Let's go. Great, now we're back at the prep table. Let's peel our carrot, then dice it up. Peel that carrot with your veggie peeler just like you did with the potato. Now that it's all peeled, we want to make sure that we're going to cut this into bite-sized pieces. It's going to go into the meat mixture, so you want to make them as small as possible. Again, cut it widthwise first, so you have a flat surface to cut on. Slice it down. Divide it into even bite-sized pieces. And there you have it, just your bite-sized pieces. Those are going to cook all nice and even and be nice and tender in the shepherd's pie. Now we go right into the onion. Let me show you how to cut this. I'm going to cut this onion Rachel Ray style. She says because the onion is already layered, this is less cutting strokes of an onion. So that means you won't cry as much, hopefully. Hopefully, I'm not promising anything. Done. Now we're back in the kitchen. We've prepared all of our vegetables. We're going to now make our beef mixture. I'm going to turn the stove on to medium heat. I have my pan here. It's nice and hot. Here's the olive oil. I'm going to put this in here. Put 1 tablespoon of olive oil in your hot pan. And right away, we're going to add our carrots. We're going to add our onions. And our garlic. Make sure you stir that around, get it all nice and coated in the oil. Now this part is going to take about 5 minutes, and then we'll add our meat. That'll take another 5 minutes, but always you want to salt and pepper each and every step. Let's add our thyme in now. We'll take a teaspoon of thyme. About right. Sprinkle that right over top. So I'm still constantly stirring the carrots and onions together. You can see that the onions are getting a bit more translucent, the carrots are getting a little bit softer, the potatoes are cooking. We're going to add our meat soon. So I've been stirring this around for about 5 to 7 minutes. The carrots are nice and tender, the onions and garlic are nice and translucent, nothing is burning. Now I'm going to put the meat in here. This is one of my favorite things to do with ground meat if you're cooking it as a whole. Take the bowl that it was just in, you're going to flatten it. It'll help with the cooking process. Perfect. The meat is now all broken apart. It's nice and brown. We're going to cook this until it's no longer pink. It should only take about 5 minutes since everything is already hot here. Potatoes are all finished. They're nice and soft and tender. We're going to drain the water now. Grab the pot and we're going to just pour this all right in here. Amazing. I grab my potatoes right out of the sink. They're all drained. I like to rice my potatoes. I have a potato ricer here. I just got it. I've only used it once before, so I'm very excited to use this. Add the potato. This is fun. Oh, perfect. Just like that. And it's like an instant masher. Now that your potatoes are mashed or riced, again, whichever utensil you're using, let's add our 1/4 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of sour cream, and the best part, 4 tablespoons of melted butter. And while you mix this through, grab a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. Mix that all together. Look how nice and creamy that's turning out. Always take a little bite. Don't tell anybody. Yum! Awesome. I set the potatoes off to the side. They're ready to be put into the pan. I'm gonna drain the fat from the meat. This is all done too. My little trick, put the lid of the pan on top of it all. You can literally drain it like that and nothing will come out except the liquid. Now let's throw our peas and carrots in there. Frozen peas, frozen carrots. You get these at your supermarket. They're very, very cheap. And that's what's great about this meal. It's not gonna cost you too much money, but it's gonna make you so many meals. So let's toss these into the meat until it's nice and warm. The peas and carrots have thawed now. They're nice and warm. The color is still there, which is fantastic, of the peas and corn and carrot. Grab your salt and pepper, pinch of salt, pinch of pepper. Grab your flour, 2 tablespoons. Sprinkle it right on there. I use gluten-free flour just to keep it all gluten-free. You're gonna cook this down for 1 minute and then we'll add the chicken stock. Perfect, that's all I need. Just a little bit of liquid. You're gonna cook this down for another 5 minutes. The flour and the chicken stock are going to combine together and start thickening. So you wanna make sure it's going to get to a thick consistency. As you can see here, the liquid has now been soaked up by the flour. It's now thickened. So you have your Pyrex all set up. Grab your beef mixture. It goes beef mixture and then mashed potatoes. And now they're ready to be put in the oven. 20 minutes, I cannot wait. The shepherd's pie is almost done, so we're just gonna prepare the garnish. It's just gonna be parsley. So have your parsley ready, grab a little bunch, twirl it up, and just start chopping. The shepherd's pie is done. Let's turn off the oven, grab the oven mitts. Oh, there we go, nice and brown on top. Brown right on top, so that'll give like a nice little crust on the top, but it'll be super moist underneath the potatoes. I've left the shepherd's pie to rest for about 2 minutes, so now you can just take your spatula, grab yourself as big of a piece as you want. Grab your little garnish of parsley, just right on top like that. And here we have it, the shepherd's pie. We have the fluffy mashed potatoes right on top, the beef mixture right underneath with the corn, the carrots, the peas. It's perfect for fall, nice and hearty, warming inside, and we have so many leftovers. Thanks again for joining me on another episode of Cooking with Chin Fall Edition. Again, I'm Nick Chin, and I really hope that your shepherd's pie turns out as amazing and as delicious as this one. If you have any questions or comments about the recipe, the ingredients, or anything about this video, please comment below. I'll have what I'm having. See you soon.